Good afternoon, traders. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend and is having a good day today. We had the market indices mix. We had the Dow and the S&P down, and the Nasdaq up. All right, before we get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. And if you're not a subscriber and you happen to be watching the show, go ahead and subscribe. I really do think you're going to get a lot of valuable information from my technical analysis. All right, with that said, anyone who knows the show, who watches the show, we highlight the SPY every day, and then we go into the three stocks that look really good going into tomorrow. All right, guys, with that said, let's do it. All right, so the SPY, as you can see, we did hit that 52-week high last week on Wednesday. I was a little concerned about this candle formation. It was a bearish engulfing candle, and I didn't like the way we made a 52-week high, closed near the low of the day, and we did engulf that previous day's candle. And since then, we've seen lower lows, right, guys? And then today, again, guys, we had that great news. But guess what? We sold off and we did another bearish engulfing candle right here. So again, I really do think this is we're at a very critical point in the market. I really do think we may see a little more selling if we start closing below this midpoint Bollinger Band, guys, right here, this midpoint. Watch for a little more selling in the overall market, and probably this 50-day moving average at some point is going to come into play. So even though we may sell, we may base down a little more down here and wait for that 50-day moving average. But guys, if we start getting below that midpoint Bollinger Band right there at 363.75, watch out, guys. I really do think we're going to see markets going a lot lower. Okay, guys, that is the SPY. All right, with that in the books, let's go over the three stocks that look really good going into tomorrow, and then I'll let you go for the night. All right, so the first one's one that we haven't played before is going to be RVP. This one had a really good day today. It was up 12.6%. So after making a 52-week high back on late November, we've seen a really nice pullback. It held this 50-day moving average right here. Now we're back above the 50, right? So, all the moving averages are pointing back up. We have the 10 pointing up, the 50 pointing up, and clearly that 200-day moving up, guys. So I want to be a buyer on any pullback below or close to this 10-day moving average as possible. So if tomorrow we see any pullback in the overall market, I would be a buyer of RVP and then try to use any close below that 10-day moving average as my out. Okay, guys, that is RVP. Keep this on your list as a potential buy on any pullback down to that 10 SMA. I want to bring this on a couple other charts before we move on. Look, guys, the 5 EMA is above the 13. Remember, that is an impressive move that we had from a few days ago last week. So again, buy this on any pullback. I think this stock is going a lot higher. Let's bring this on that 9 SMA real quickly. Look, here we go. This is the 9 SMA on the weekly. Price is way above this 9 SMA. Again, a nice bullish indicator right here. Okay, guys, that is RVP. All right, let's go into the next stock. This is one that we've played in the past. Now, the risk reward on this one is really, really good. I love the setup on this. So this is either going to break out or break down, and it's TLRY. Here we go, guys. The 50 is right by that 200. So if anyone knows in technical trading, when a 50-day moving average crosses that 200-day moving average, that's called a golden cross. That's when a shorter term moving average crosses a longer term, and this is what's setting up right here. So now your risk reward setup, if you're not in the name, is almost perfect. It won't get much better than this. You're going to know right away if you are right, okay? Meaning, if you get into this name tomorrow, you got to use this 50-day moving average right down here, which happens to be at 708 as your out. No ifs, ands, or buts right here. Any close below that 708 will be your out. So if you want to get in, you're only going to be risking 30, 40 cents max. This is a perfect time to get into TLRY. I don't even want to show you the other charts. All the other charts look really, really bad. So this is why I'm saying either this is going to break down or break out right now. We did close below that 9 SMA on the weekly, not a good sign. And then obviously on that 513 EMA chart, let's bring that up real quickly. I want to show you. Here we go, the 5 EMA. That 5 did just cross below that 13 EMA. If, again, we don't see a reversal here in the next 1 or 2 days, this is probably going to go a lot lower. Again, if you're waiting to get into TLRY, this is probably one of the best setups you can have, okay? That is TLRY. Next stock on the list that looks pretty good where that risk reward setup is very similar to TLRY is going to be WKHS right here. WKHS gap lower, a couple of weeks ago. And since then, it really can't get out of its own way. It's been basing for a while. Now look at this, guys. We have that 10 just about to cross that 50 on the downside. Not a very good sign if that were to happen. Now, if it holds and starts turning back around, you've caught pretty much the bottom, but watch out very carefully. Risk reward setup is, again, really nice. Any close below right here, let's call it at $20.68, I would be a seller. Any move above today's high, I would be a buyer in this name. That is WKHS. I want to bring this up on a few other lists. Again, guys, the 5 EMA is below the 13. Extremely, extremely bearish. And then obviously that 9 SMA right here, if we take a look, price is above that 9 SMA. That's why that risk reward setup is really good. You want to be a buyer above today's high and a seller below the close, below any close of today's low. Okay, guys, that's WKHS. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend. Had a good day today. My name is Eric. You can reach me by just leaving a comment down below. I'll get right back to you with any technical analysis information you may want to have, that you may have. Please feel free to reach out to me, okay, guys? Remember, if you like the show, please go ahead and subscribe. I really do think you're going to get a lot of valuable information from my technical analysis. I try to give you ins, outs, when to get in, why we're getting in, why we get out, and I think you'll get a lot of, you'll learn something, right? So anyway, again, thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow after the close. And remember, guys, trade smart and be safe.